Hello and welcome. In this video, the second video, we're going to work on our shoulders. You might find a yoga block and a belt or tie useful. If you don't have a yoga block, you could wrap a book or a stiff cushion in a blanket, perhaps. Anyway, we'll start by rolling the shoulders forwards and up and back and down, and forwards and up and back and down. Then taking the arms wide and give yourself a hug. Take the arms wide and a hug with the other arm on top. Creeping the hands behind you as far as they'll go. Taking the arms wide and releasing, and roll the shoulders. Taking hold of your block. Going to hold the block between the hands and lift the block roughly shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down, relaxed, and pushing the hands together, really squeezing the block. Arms are straight or straightish, and you can work as strongly and as powerfully as you wish, building up strength in the muscles in the arms, around the shoulders. Take a rest if you need to. If you're happy, lifting the block a little bit higher, maybe 45 degrees, you can just see underneath it. Check your posture, feet parallel, tailbone slightly tucked in. Pushing the hands towards each other, really squeezing the block. Endeavour to breathe smoothly and gently and smiling. And then, if it will, taking your hands further and still pushing the sides of the block, arms straight or straightish, as high up as your arms will let you go. And then releasing. Take the block behind you this time. Straighten or straighten-ish the arms. Again, pushing on the sides of the block, bringing your hands towards each other. Again, just notice your posture once more. And endeavouring to breathe smoothly and gently. If at all possible, bring the block away from the bottom. And release. Roll the shoulders. Excellent. We're going to repeat that if you want to. This time having the block roughly between the elbows. Okay, lifting the arms roughly shoulder height and squeezing. And squeezing the elbows towards each other. Lifting a little bit further. Again, continuing to push on the block. And if it will, taking the block above the head and continuing to push the elbows towards each other. Releasing. Going to try the block behind the back now. I need to use the back to hold the block and then hold it with your elbows. Again, if possible, squeezing the elbows behind you, drawing the hands behind you. If you happen to lose your block, that's fine. You're still squeezing the elbows towards each other. And release and roll the shoulders and give yourself wide arms and a hug. And again with the other arm on top. And roll the shoulders. So we don't need the block anymore, luckily. We're going to use the tie. So holding the tie roughly shoulder distance apart, we're going to pull apart, stretching the hands apart, bringing the arms roughly shoulder height. Again, working as strongly as you wish, building strength in the arms, in the shoulders, in the big muscles, and in all those very small muscles that help maintain the balance and strength in the shoulders, around the shoulder blades. Lifting the arms about 45 degrees, continuing to pull the hands apart if they will, arms straight or straightish. Posture good, feet parallel. Breastbone lifted, tailbone slightly tucked in. Smile on the face. And if it will, as far as it's comfortable for your arms, continuing to pull on the tie. Releasing and take the hands behind the back. Again, roughly shoulder distance apart. If they will, take the hands a little way away from the bottom, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then pulling the hands apart. Tailbone slightly tucked under. And release. Roll the shoulders, give yourself a hug. Okay, holding the hands in front once more, arms a little bit further apart. Going to take the arms up above the head. Take the hands a little bit wider. I'm going to lower one hand, keep the other arm straight, and using the weight of the lower hand, encourage the arm behind you. So the action is happening here in the lifted arm. Go carefully here, so just encouraging flexibility now. So you don't want to overstretch, but just gentle stretch and opening for that shoulder. Could deepen the breath, again feeling the rib cage moving and expanding on that open side. Bringing the hands above the head and then working the other side. Using the weight of the lower arm to work on the upper arm. Again, doesn't matter how far you go, we all have different degrees of flexibility. The upper arm straight or straightish. Deepening the breath, feeling the rib cage opening, expansion up in the shoulder, up in the upper chest. And bringing the hands up again, take a rest if you need to. And bring the hands a comfortable place for you, so you can bend the elbows and encourage the tie just behind the head. And then maybe give yourself a little bit more space in the tie, so you can roll the tie down. And then back up. Again, go very carefully and repeating. Release the tie, roll the shoulders, have a hug. Lovely, well done. The last, we don't need the tie anymore. So taking one hand behind the back now and encouraging it across with the other arm. Encourage the arm up towards the shoulder blades, and if it will, perhaps taking hold of the elbow and just encouraging the arm behind you. Be aware of the posture, ensure your posture's good, and a breath or two here. Releasing the arm, rolling the shoulders. We take the other side, take the other arm behind you, encouraging the elbow across, and then maybe drawing the hand up towards or between the shoulder blades. Breath or two here. And then release. Roll the shoulders, have a hug. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for joining me. A little bit of practice every day can do wonders for our shoulders, but do go carefully. Thank you. Shanti. Peace.